Dear students, hope you are fine. So long we have discussed about ITR 1, ITR 2, ITR 3 and ITR 4. And today I am going to discuss about ITR 5, how ITR is to be recorded and how ITR, who can file ITR, who cannot file ITR. All these things I'll be discussing, and I'll try to go online also, online filing or offline filing, what I'm going to discuss today. But before that, let me share a very small PPT, very small PPT. Where is it? Yeah, this PPT I'm going to share with you. Yeah, this PPT I'm going to share with you. This will give a very brief idea about ITF 5. So let me do it. Yeah, slideshow. And now from beginning. So dear students, I'm going to discuss about ITF 5. We're going to discuss in a very brief way, but we shall continue your studies. So this is e-filing of ITR 5. So who can file ITR 5? Point number one, who can file ITR 5? So number one, it will be a firm, partnership firm. Then LLPs, limited liability partnership. They can file ITR 5. Then association of person and body of individual. So there may be short note about it. In any way, it may be short note, may be in the form of multiple choice questions, or it may be in the form of fill up the gaps or true, false, whatever may be. But you have to remember that these persons can file ITR 5. Let's see any other more. Yeah. And then who can file? The list includes artificial juridical person referred to in section 231(7). They can also file ITR 5. Then estate of deceased. Then for estate of insolvent, business trust, investment fund, cooperative society, and local authority. So all these types of persons in these cases, ITR 5 can be used. And there is a sequence. I'll be going very shortly. I'll be going for practically showing you. You'll find these steps are there. There's a sequence. The sequence is given by the income tax department, how to file, how to filling out this, yeah, filling out the parts and schedule. There are some parts. There are three parts in ITR 5: Part A, Part B, and Part C, and then verification. But Part A includes lots of schedules. I'll be showing you. So this are the, you have to fill up Part A and all the schedules. Once it is complete, then you go to Part B, then you go to Part C. And one more thing, I want to mention that suppose Part A you have filled up all schedules or part of the schedules, and then you don't have time, then please save it. And then next time you sit, you start from the saved and draft. Then next one you go Part B and Part C, and then you have to verify. We should see, I'll show you what is in the Part A, what is in Part B, what is in Part C, and how to verify. And after that, you have to submit. And in Part A, what are the schedules? All these things I'll be showing you. But before that, I want to tell you who cannot file ITR 5. Who cannot file? Please see. Individuals cannot file ITR 5. This is very important for your short questions. Then Hindu undivided family cannot file ITR 5. Company registered under Companies Act 2013. Then taxpayers who are required to file return of income under section 139 4A, 139 4B, 139 4D, and income tax of the income tax. So these people cannot file ITR 5. So how and it all works, we shall see now. It is not moving, just wait. Some online issues there. Again, let me stop sharing this one. Okay, so let me now share some other online. Let me log on to income tax portal and show you how I can attend. I can do it online by logging in. Yeah, let me go new portal. Yeah, I'll log in now. Let me log in this way, like that day also. www dot income, it is come incometax.gov.in. It is coming. So I'll log on to my with my user ID and password, and let me log in. If that is favorable, it will be coming very soon. And remember one thing, the user ID, maybe PAN card or other cards, other ID like that, PAN or other number. And I've I have my user ID as PAN number, and I'm not going to share my password. Even you don't share your password with anyone. Let me get it started, and I'll be showing you how it all happens in online. But in online, I think in the new portal of income tax new portal, this ITR 5, I don't think it is uploaded. Otherwise, I have to go and everybody has to go offline. I'll be showing you these things now. Let me log in first. Let me log first. Yeah, CNB 4Q. So this is my user ID. I've entered it, and next I'll go for, yeah, what error is there? What's wrong? Yeah, there's some wrong. Yeah, it was wrong actually. Yeah, then for logging in, you have to click here first, and then you put your user password. Okay, so let me continue. Let me continue here, and it will come. I'll be logged in. Yeah, it is coming. It is logged in properly. Very nice. It is logged in. So I have option what work I'm going to do. Tax deposit, recent files, returns, pending actions, recent files, grievances, what may be. But I am going to show you how to file ITR 5, and let me so click on file now. File now. So I file now. So at the very outset, you have to select your assessment year. All of you know. So I'm selecting assessment year 2021-22. I've selected, and now I'm having option online or offline. See, if it is the case of offline, then you have to download the form and fill up. And after fill up, you should click here and upload. But if it is online, then you have to click here and go ahead. I'll be showing you in online and also offline today. ITR 5. Let us see what happens if I go online. Yes, I've gone online, and let me continue. Let me continue. Okay, no saved draft. So it may be that I have earlier saved something and now I'm using that for going ahead, but there is no saved draft. I'm doing for the first time today. So it is to file a fresh income tax return. It will be like that. So start new filing. Start new filing. I've started new filing. Let's see what is coming. I'm going online. See, in this case, first time I've gone online. I've gone online. And one more thing I'm going to show you. See, ITR 5 cannot be filed by individual, right? ITR 5 cannot be filed by HUF. So just let me see, it is not available there. If it is individual, see, ITR 5 will not, we shall not even get it there. Let me check it for you. Let me check it for you. See, ITR 1 and ITR 2, ITR 3, ITR 4, and then ITR 7 is also not applicable for individual. 7 is also not applicable for individual. So we can, for individual, remember, we can go up to ITR 4. I'm just showing it. So let me show you something. Okay, I have to go back. I'm just showing it that it is not applicable for individual or HUF. So let us check HUF. HUF. Let us see what is available or not. Yeah. Which forms are available for individuals? HUF. Number one is not for HUF, so it is disabled. Number two, number three, number four, number five. No, number five is not there. So number 5 and 6 not for HUF. So 7 is also not for HUF. 2, 3, 4 can be for HUF. So we are going for next one. Let us search. Let us search in others. So you see, regarding ITR 5, you cannot go for individual or HUF. HUF and individual, I've shown you just now that individual or HUF cannot use ITR 5. Who can use? Others. And I've also given you the list of others. So let me check others, what happens. Yeah, in others, you can, there's a long list. I just told you in the earlier PPT that company 217 of ITF, then association of person, limited liability partnership, local authority, partnership firm, artificial jurisdictional person. All these people can go for ITR 5. So you can choose anyone. Let me choose which anyone I can choose and show you. Let me choose partnership. Okay, I've chosen partnership and let us continue. And you'll see something miracle here, something very important here. See, partnership cannot use ITR 1, 2, 3, 4. Partnership can use ITR 4, you know it. And then I'm searching ITR 5. See, ITR 5 is not there. ITR 5 is not there. I think it's a new portal. It is not yet uploaded here. So ITR 4, after 4, you see it is 7 is written. And that is also disabled. That is not for partnership. So ITR 4 can be used. So, but I am searching ITR 5 and even 6 is also not there. So we cannot go online submission of ITR 5, at least right now. Let us go to offline and show you. So what you have to do in offline, I'll be telling you, I'll be sharing with you another file. So offline, you have to click here. And for clicking here, what you have to do, you have to click here, okay? Then select filing type. Filing type. Suppose I choose anyone, original return. Just for example, this is original return, not revised or modified, nothing. Then ITR type, which one? Okay, ITR type is already selected 5. It's not coming, why? Select. Original form. Okay. So it is not available offline here because we shall fill up the offline. We will download the form and fill up the offline, and then you shall upload that. That is the way. And after uploading, you take a copy and send to the income tax department in the address in Bangalore and keep a copy, hard copy for you. But you do one thing right now. Let me come out of this and show you something and show you one more presentation. Let me come out of this because offline you cannot do it here. You have to fill up the form, and I want to show you the form. I want to show you the form. I'm coming out from this. So where is it not coming? I have to go to my presentation. It will come. Yeah, I was here. Yeah, I'll go for another presentation here, and where I'll be going to show you the offline form, which is available for all the other forms also. So I'll show you the offline form here, which will be beneficial for you. I think it is the thing. Let me share the offline form. Yeah. So as I told you that you shall not fill up this online. So you are coming offline, and I have downloaded the form. See, this is income tax return and ITR 5. 2021-22 assessment year, perfect, for the current year. And how to fill up, I'm going to show it to you right now, how to fill up this format. So general, part A, general, you have to write the name. Then is there any change in the name? If yes, please furnish the old name. You have to write the old name, then also new name. All these things you have to do. This general information you have to give in part 1. I have already shown you there are some steps of filling up this return. So I am showing you how this return is filled up online, offline. You have to fill up offline and then we shall upload it. And this PAN number, you put your PAN number here, and flat door, you put your name of the premises, building addresses, etc. Date of date for the mission and date for commencement of the business. All these dates you'll be putting here, road, street, etc. So furnish information. These are for furnishing information. So I have taken this form, downloaded this form for you to show you, and anybody going for fill upping ITR 5, they have to download this. And naturally, assessment year 2021-22, and they have to fill up this, and then they will submit it, upload it, and also hard copy to be sent to the Income Tax Department at the address of Bangalore. So let me just show you this. It will be very interesting to fill up this. See, town, city, state, country, PIN number, mobile number, office phone number, all these details you'll be asking you. You'll be fill upping these things. Then email address. Second word, there may be more than one email address. You can also download and see. I'll be showing you certain portions only, not all, because it will take a lot of time. So the important portion I'm going to show you here. So if filed in response to notice, if you filed your return, you're filing your return in response of notice. Suppose you did not file, so Income Tax has given you notice, then you have to mention that information. And if yes, please furnish details, date of filing. If you have already filed return, then also you give when you file return, before this notice came, whether you are recognized to start up, all these things, details, yes or no. You have to go on answering these questions. Yes or no questions are there. And then permanent account number or other number of the representative SSC. If there is anyone SSC who is representative of another person, then you should give PAN number or other number of the representative SSC below. So name of the partnership firm, name of the fund, then PAN number, other number, all these things you'll be putting here. And then what is coming, whether you have held unlisted equity shares at any time during the previous year. This I discussed in other ITR forms also. If you have held unlisted equity shares during the time, any time during the previous year, you have to mention these things here, all details of the equity shares which you have purchased, you have invested in, whether liable to maintain accounts as per 44 AA. This information it shall be putting here as much as they ask. Different information they will be asking from you. Then audit information. If you have audited, got your account audited, then you put your audit information. Audit information you put here, date of furnishing the audit report, name of the auditor of tax audit report, membership number of the auditor, all these details you have to put here. And then name of the auditor or proprietary firm. I mean, partner auditor may be again proprietorship or partnership. That name of the auditor to write, proprietorship firm registration number or PAN number of the auditor, all details, or PAN number or other number of the auditor, all details you have to fill up here. And these details should be available to you with you when you fill up. Then this was I'm talking about part A, general information. Then what other information? Information partners. I'm going to read it. Partners. What is it? Information. Partners. Members. Membership, etc. Information. You have to give the information about the partners, name of the partner, address of the partner, admitted or retired, all these things. When partner is admitted, when partner retired, date of admission, date of retirement, all these things you shall fill up on behalf of the partnership firm. Then if it is association of person or body of individual, I told you that they can also fill up ITR 5. So you have to give their, you have to tick accordingly and give the details of association of person, address, and all these things you have to give. So let me go ahead. This form is a long one, and I am still in part A only. So all these things you can understand yourself, but I am just giving a glimpse of it. And yeah, part A, next you are going for schedules and balance sheet 35, all schedules will be coming here. Or the date of dissolution, maybe date of dissolution of the firm, that will be coming if the firm is dissolved, or 31st day of the March, that date balance sheet, because the March is firm is dissolved in between. You cannot wait for 31st March. If the firm is existing, date will be 31st March. And then you have to put here, what you should put here, see part A, BS. They write the schedules like this, part A, BS. BS means balance sheet. You'll be putting all details of balance sheet here. You take the balance sheet and put on the figures. Say all these figures, partners, members, capital, then reserve, general reserve, statutory reserve, all these details, secured loan, unsecured loan, take from the balance sheet and fill up in this area the figures accordingly. And total will be automatically coming here. It is very good software. And see, it is what given. File, okay. So go ahead. Let us go ahead. Let's see the whole format. Let me be a bit quick here. Yeah. From the balance sheet part, you have to write a short-term investment, listed equities, unlisted equities, all these things, preference shares in case of those companies. Then interest accrued but not due. You know the balance sheet, all the details of balance sheet will be coming here as per this necessity. Then you shall part A, manufacturing account. Manufacturing account, all details of manufacturing account will be putting here. From the manufacturing account, you take the figures and keep on putting here. Whatever manufacturing account you are having, you put it here. All details. Then trading account, you write here trading account. You know trading account. If it is with you, take the figure. Sales, sales of goods, sale of service. You know, goods and service, two things are there, which is sold, and gross received from profession. Maybe if you are a professional, business and profession, so you take these things and all details as per this format you take from the trading account. Then will coming profit and loss account. In part A only, information about profit and loss account. Take the profit and loss account and give all items of income. These are the income items: rent received, commission, dividend income, interest income, all income received. I mean, income should be coming here. And from the PL account, you pick up these things and write here. And then you shall write expenditure also here as per the format. You write all this. See, compensation to employees, salary, bonus, reimbursement, leave encashment, leave travel benefits. All this would be available in the PL account. You pick up and write here. Then work as per necessity. You write this figure. See, there is a point of hospitality also. This is expenses for you. You write all this information here as per this format and pick up these things from profit and loss account. And let us see what is next coming in the format. I cannot read from this side. Presumptive income cases. Yes, I told you the other day, yesterday, presumptive income cases. So that presumptive income cases, if it falls under presumptive income cases, then that details of computation of presumptive income from goods carriage, all these things will be coming here as per necessity, as per the format. And then see part A again. Next schedule is, this is the schedule OI. See, OI means other information. All other information will be coming here, like one or two I'm reading for you. Method of accounting employed in the previous year. Mercantile system or cash basis. Which system of accounting you follow? You mention here. Then is there change in method of accounting? If there is change in method of accounting, see, there are two systems of accounting: cash basis and mercantile basis. So which basis you are following, and is there any change from the basis of the earlier year to this year, you have to mention that if there is any change. So this is about all other information. Many things will be coming. You write about these things here as per this format. So they are giving the schedules this way. Part A is going on. Part A has got a lot of schedules. I've told you shown you in the earlier, PPT. Then part A, again, one more schedule is quantitative details. So quantitative details, opening stock, purchase, sales, closing stock, all these necessary details they will be asking you. QD. QD means quantitative details. And then again, schedule is coming, schedule to return form as applicable. So HP. HP means, see, that was about business, isn't it? That was about business, trading, PL account, manufacturing account, balance sheet, those you have put. And then next schedule is coming HP. HP means income from house property. So if you are having income from house property, that will be included here, like is the address of the house property, then is the property co-owned, co-owner is there or not, or single owner, assesses percentage of share in the property, all details they are asking you to put it here about income from house property. And it is not moving. Why? It is not moving. Let me hope net is not creating problem. Okay, I'm going with the format again below. Sometimes net creates problem, fluctuating, and it creates, yeah. Then you see HP, yeah. BP, I've come much down. BP means business and profession. Those information about business and profession again will be coming here. You can take printout and see. See, schedule of DPM. What is DPM? Depreciation on plant and machinery. So all details of depreciation of plant and machinery you have to insert here. Figures from your accounts, you have to insert all figures of depreciation. Then DOA, depreciation on other assets. DOA schedule. These are the names of the schedule they have given. Names of the schedule they have given. You have to fill up. DEP. What is DEP? Summary of depreciation on assets. So all summary of depreciation you shall put here as per your calculation. Summary of depreciation. Then DCG, deemed capital gains on sale of depreciable asset. Deemed capital gains. Then ESR. What is ESR? ESR, expenditure of scientific research. All those details, they give you some deductions. So you give these details here. Then CG means capital gains. Income from capital gains you have. So put all these details of capital gains here. Capital gains will be coming here. What is a went out? Let me go back. Okay. Capital gains, if you have, all these headings will be coming here, whichever applicable for you. Then which schedule coming? Let me show you which schedule is, yeah, long-term capital gain, short-term capital gain. You've learned all these things now. Those details will be coming here. I'll be putting as per your account details. Long-term accounting, long-term capital gains, short-term capital gains. You have learned all these things in other classes. Capital gains, income chargeable under that capital gains. The total will be coming here. Total income under capital gains will be coming here. And there may be exemption, 54D, 54E, 54G, 54GA deduction in case of capital gains. If there are deductions, you will be giving the details here. Deduction from capital gains will be coming here according to sections. And then you go on filling this step by step. You go ahead. What happened? No more. But come to the end or what? Sometimes net case problem, It is not finished yet. Much more things are there. Yeah. Other things are coming here. So income from all different heads will be calculated. The schedule OS means income from other sources. Yes. Schedule OS means income from other sources. OS means other sources. If you have income from other sources, all these details will be inserted here. Income from other sources, and go ahead, and then income from CYL. What is it? Details of income, income after set off of current year losses. Set off, carry forward, all these things you have found now. Set off of losses, carry forward losses. So after you set up the current year losses, then that will be coming here. Details of income after setup, and carry forward. All these things will be put here. Details of income sheet, and then BFLA. What is it? Brought forward losses. BFLA brought forward losses will be coming here. Last year's losses suppose brought forward to this year. It details will be coming here. The CFL means also small, CFL carried forward for future. Carried forward for future. Losses carried forward for future will be shown here. Then UD, unabsorbed depreciation, UD, unabsorbed depreciation. Then ICBD, income computation, effect of income computation, disclosure schedule on profit. This information will be asking for disclosure of profit. Then 10AA, schedule 10AA. There is something deduction under 10AA. Deductions will be coming here. 80G, if there is donation, deduction and donation will be coming here. Wherever you've donated, those income will be deducted to the extent you have donated, which are recognized by income tax authorities. So according to 80G, whatever deductions are there, it will be coming here. Donations, 80G, 80CCA. These are all deductions from statutory deductions, 80CCA, and then what is it? RA, schedule RA, and all these things will be coming here. Details, all details. We can take a printout and see this. 80IB, 80 deduction under 80IB will be coming here. IC, 80IE, 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 IC will be coming here. It's meant for some, those who are in Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and Northeast. For them, it is 80IC and IE. If you have invested in these areas, you'll be getting some. See Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, all these things. Northeastern states are there. If you invest there, you'll be getting some deductions, exemptions. 80P, 80P is for banking credit facilities. So lots of deductions are there. These deductions will be recorded here. Whatever deductions you want to claim from your total income, the deductions will be giving whichever is applicable to you. And then what is more, let me check it one more deduction. PTT. Okay, these deductions will be coming here. All deductions, statutory deductions, as per your details, whichever you fall in, those will be coming. All deductions may not be available to you. So the deductions are available to you. See schedule GST. You have to give your GST, your number, registration number, GST IN, and how much details of GST you have paid. All details of GST, your turnover about GST will be recorded here. And then part B. Part 1 is finished now. Part 1 is a lot of schedules. I've shown you the schedules, and now part B. In part B, what you have to do? Part B2. This is, computation of total income. Here you have to take income from different heads, from business, from, income from business, income from capital gains, income from other sources, income from house property, whatever income you're having, all details, summaries will be coming here. Then you total this income, and then you go to part B, TII. So what was here? Part B, I am again want to show. TI means total income. Part B, TI. This is total income. From all these different sources, you will be putting here part B, total. TI means total income. And what is TII? Part B, computation of liability on total income. Liability on total income. TIL, total income liabilities. So anyway, they have given TIL like that, or TLI, TIL. So that liability, tax liability, computation of tax liability on total income. This computation will be showing in this area, how you compute your income tax. It will be showing here net tax liability. All the things will be showing here. Then tax payments, how much tax you have already paid, how much tax is payable, and how much refund is receivable from you, all these things, details of payment of advance tax and self-assessment tax. Advance tax, self-assessment tax, whatever you pay, those things will be recorded here. In business, there are self-assessment tax or advance tax. Those you have paid will be coming here. There may be TDS, tax deducted as source. If this tax deducted as source, you have to record the details here, because these are going to reduce your tax liability. Then details of what is it collected as source. One is TDS, tax deducted source. One is TCS. TCS means tax collected at source. So you can see what is tax collected at source, because I'm not going to explain here. So tax collected at source, all details will be coming here, and all this tax, the TDS, tax advance paid, tax collected at source will be deducted from the total tax liability, and balance of the amount you shall have to pay, or if you have already paid more than that, you have to get a refund. And at the end, you shall verify your whole form. You have to verify, put your signature also. So you have to write you write your name in full, son and daughter of such and such person, son and daughter of, you write in the as in the return schedule there too, and is you have to say that all are correct and complete in accordance with the provisions of Income Tax Act 1961. You have to declare that all these things are correct. And I further declare that I am making return in my capacity as what? My capacity as SSC or representative, there will be drop down to be provided. Options will be given here. You'll be click that which is applicable to you. I'm also competent to make this return and verify it. I am holding permanent account number. Again, you write permanent account number. If it is PAN number, again, they're asking here. Please see the instruction is given. I further declare that critical assumptions specified in the agreement have been satisfied, and all the terms and conditions of the agreement have been complied with, applicable in a case where return is furnished under section 92 CD. Then you have to sign here, and date you have to put, and this will complete. Then you save it, and after that, as I showed you how offline return is to be uploaded, I've shown you have to log on and go to your ID. You use your ID, go to the particular place where ITR 5 is to be submitted, go for click offline, because online I could not do, it is not there, the form is not yet there in the new portal. So offline you go, and this form will be filled up, and this form will be saved with you in your desktop or document, whatever it may be. From that you shall upload it, and then take a printout. 2 printout you take, send 1 printout to Income Tax Department address in Bangalore, and other you keep it yourself. So this way your ITR 5 will be will be filed. Completion, it will be complete. I mean, filing ITR 5 will be complete. So thank you very much. Hope you'll be studying more. The students, thank you very much. All the best. Stay blessed, students.